Jalen Brunson just gave one of the most honest, raw, and media-trained responses we've seen from an NBA player. From dodging the GOAT debate to humbling himself in front of Kyrie Irving's handles, Brunson showed why he's not just a leader on the court, but also a master of keeping it real in the streets. But when the cameras aren't in the arena, what does Brunson really think about his peers? Because what he says and doesn't say might just surprise you. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop your GOAT pick in the comments. MJ or LeBron, where do you stand? In a resurfaced video from nearly 2 years ago, New York Knicks star Jalen Brunson was caught on camera interacting with a group of young fans at a park. But this wasn't your typical NBA Q&A. These kids weren't just asking for autographs. They were grilling Brunson with real-deal questions. Hardest player to guard, GOAT debates, sneaker dreams, and even his favorite player of all time. And Brunson? He didn't shy away. Well, except when it came to LeBron James. First question, who's the hardest player you've ever had to guard? Brunson's response? Classic. I can't say either because they're still in the NBA. It's not Steph Curry. Wait, what? Yeah. He basically said, Steph's gonna get his buckets no matter what. But when it comes to looking downright foolish on defense, that crown belongs to Kyrie Irving. Now think about that. Steph Curry is one of the greatest shooters ever, yet Brunson called out Kyrie, not with shade, but with respect. Kyrie's handles are so nasty, so unpredictable, that even NBA pros get spun around like they're in a Harlem Globetrotters highlight. The hesitation, the cross, the finish, it's art, and Brunson knows it. He's lived it. Then came the heat, the GOAT debate. Michael Jordan or LeBron James? And here's where Brunson tapped into elite-level media training. Personally, just because I'm competing against LeBron, I can't say LeBron right now. I'll wait until he retires. Now that is a masterclass in saying everything without saying anything. Because think about it. If he picks MJ, he risks ticking off LeBron, the guy he might see in a playoff battle. And if he picks Bron, he just gave his opponent some extra fuel. It's the classic NBA tightrope. You've got to respect greatness, but never give your competition an edge. Brunson knew that, and instead of diving into the fire, he coolly stepped aside. Smart, professional, and very telling. Next question. Would you want your own signature shoe? Brunson didn't hesitate. Of course, who wouldn't? But honestly, I would rather have an unlimited supply of Kobe's versus my own shoe. And that says everything about who Brunson is. He's a Kobe disciple, not just because of the Mamba's legacy, but because of a personal connection. His mom and Kobe's sister were college teammates, and years ago, Kobe himself gifted young Jalen a pair of sneakers, a moment Brunson still cherishes to this day. Instead of chasing the spotlight, Brunson wants to honor his hero. That's not just humility, that's loyalty. Then came the final question. Who's your favorite player of all time? Brunson didn't say Kobe, didn't say LeBron, didn't say Jordan. He said Steve Nash. Let that sink in. In a league dominated by athletic freaks, highlight dunks, and 7-foot unicorns, Brunson finds inspiration in a 6'3", undersized guard who wasn't the fastest, wasn't the strongest, but changed the game with his mind, court vision, and work ethic. Steve Nash won back-to-back MVPs with pure IQ and hustle. And for Brunson, himself, a 6'2" point guard, Nash was the blueprint. It's not flashy, it's not clickbait, but it's real. And it speaks volumes about how Brunson approaches the game. Naturally, fans had feelings about the video, and the internet didn't disappoint. He's cool, but I still don't fuck with him. Just passed out from the aura for 12 minutes. Bron the GOAT, but he's a competitor, and I respect that. Steve Nash was a menace. JB definitely was media trained. A mix of love, shade, and classic NBA Twitter energy. Some appreciated Brunson's humility. Others couldn't get past Knicks bias. But one thing was clear. People are watching Brunson closely. And they're paying attention to what he says and doesn't say. So where does that leave us? 2 years after this video was first recorded, LeBron James might be heading into the final season of his legendary career. That GOAT debate? It's only getting louder. And Brunson's silence might not last much longer. Will he finally make a call? MJ or Bron? Either way, one thing's for sure. Jalen Brunson isn't just rising in the NBA rankings. He's proving he's got the mind, the maturity, and the message to go with it. And if you respect that type of player, humble, smart, driven, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe for more deep dives like this, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Is Kyrie really the hardest player to guard? Is Steve Nash an underrated all-time great? And most importantly, who's your GOAT? MJ or LeBron? We'll be reading every single one. See you in the next video.